Look at us, we're having fun. We're solving equations with fractions. Look at this, multi-step equations with fractions. Wow, this looks exciting. I should probably go over, like, I don't know, the evens with you? What do you say? No, I know you could handle it because you're brilliant. But let's see what we got here. Oh my gosh! Now, here are the steps of multi-step equations. If you forgot these, maybe jot them in the corner. However, we're going to add in another step here. So step 1, distribute, that's the same. No big deal. But we're going to add a step after that, step 1.5. This is where we're going to clear the fractions. So I'll give you a little time to write these steps in the corner. Remember, tomorrow on the weekly assessment, you're allowed to use all your notes. This could be included. So step 1, distribute. You know this. That's when there's parentheses. Step 1.5, clear the fractions. Step 2, combine like terms. Step 3, get the variables together. Step 4, undo addition and subtraction. And step 5, undo multiplication and division. I'll give you time to write that. All right. Here we go. Looking at number 2, we're looking at the denominators. First of all, well, I don't see anything to distribute, right? There's no parentheses there. So we look at step 1.5, clearing the fractions. If you look at just the denominators, those are the important things. 5, 10, and 4. We need to multiply this whole equation by anything that 5, 4, and 10 all go into. If you can't think of something, what you can always do is just multiply them together. 5 times 10 is 50, times 4 is 200. You can use 200. It'll work. But if you can think of a smaller number, then you're just working with smaller numbers. So you'll probably make less mistakes. So I know that a number that 4 and 5 and 10 all go into is 20. So I'm going to multiply this whole equation by 20, and then all the fractions go bye-bye. Now remember, if you're multiplying a whole number by a fraction, you multiply it up in the numerator, huh? So we're doing 20 times 4. 20 times 4, easy, 80. So we have 80 over 5. Unbelievable. 20 times 3, oh, that's 60. So we have 60 over 10. X equals 20 times 7, I know 2 times 7 is 14, so 220 times 7 would be 140 over 4. Now we're going to divide these, and all the fractions are going to cancel out. 80 divided by 5 is 16, minus 60 divided by 10 is just 6, so minus 6x equals 140 divided by 4, 35. Great. So we've done the distribution. We cleared the fractions. Combine like terms on the same side. Over on the left side, can I combine 16 minus 6x and just make it 10x? No, come on. We don't do that. 16 is a regular number. 6x has a variable. We're not doing that. Come on. Oh, get the variables on the same side. We only have the variables in one spot for now. Now it's undo addition and subtraction. I know someone's going to see this and they're going to be like, I see subtraction, so we should probably add 16. We're trying to cancel out the 16 though, right? If I did 16 plus 16, that's 32. We don't want it there. The minus actually goes with the 6x. It's negative 6x. So to get rid of 16, we're going to subtract 16 from both sides. These cancel out. 16 minus 16 is 0. So we have negative 6x equals 35 minus 16 is 19. We're to that last step. Oh my goodness. Undo multiplication and division. Negative 6 times x. So we're going to divide that from both sides. Now I want you guys to leave all answers as simplified. Improper. Yes, fractions. Nothing goes into 19 and 6, so we just leave it. But we'll just kick the negative up top. Negative 19 over 6. That was fun. Almost as fun as number 4 is about to be. Okay? All right. Let's try it out. Oh, wow. We have 5, we have 2, we have 10. All we care about are the denominators. All we care about. This 4 doesn't make a difference. Its denominator would be 1 if there was one. But we need a number that 5, 2, and 10 all go into. Again, an option is always to just multiply them all together. 5 times 2 is 10, times 10 is 100. That'll work, but they all go into 10. So that's just, again, working with smaller numbers. We're going to multiply it up top. 10 times 6 is 60. So we have 60 over 5x. This is just a regular 4. So it's just 10 times 4, that's 40. Minus 10 times 9 is 90. We have the over 2 equals 10 times negative 21 is negative 210 over 10. Multiplying by 10 is nice because you just put a 0 on it, right? So let's simplify these. 60 divided by 5 is 12. 12x plus 40 minus 90 divided by 2, 45. Equals negative 210 divided by 10. If you're dividing by 10, you just cut off a 0. So we have negative 21. All right, okay. I know we're supposed to combine some like terms on the same side. If you look at the left side, which ones are like terms that we can combine? The 40 and the 45. I have $40. Oh, I got to pay Grandma $45. I'm short. I'm short 5 bones. So we have 12x minus 5 equals negative 21. Step 3 says get the variables onto one side. We already have them. They're only on the left side. That won't always be the case, but it is for this one. So now we're to the last 2 steps. Undo addition and subtraction. I see minus 5. Hey, let's add 5, huh? 12x equals negative 21 plus 5 is negative 16. And then this is it. Just divide by 12. Now we can simplify that fraction. What goes into 12 and 16? They're both divisible by 4. So let's see. 4 goes into 16 4 times. So we'd say negative 4 over. And 4 goes into 12 3 times. Negative 4 over 3. This is for you, and number 6 is for me. That's for you too. Well, I mean, we're going to do number 6 together. There it is. Oh! Wowza. We have our first distribution. Look at that. We're multiplying a whole number times a fraction. We've been doing that. Remember, you just multiply it up in the numerator. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. So we have negative 8 over 5x. Here we're doing negative 2 times negative 1. Negative times negative switches it to plus. 2 times 1 is 2, so we have 2 over 4. Equals, we don't multiply the negative 2 over there. That's on the other side. It's not connected with the parentheses, so we just keep it negative 9 over 10. Now you could simplify the 2/4 if you'd like. You don't need to, but what is 2/4? It's 1/2, right? Let's go ahead and simplify that. Then we're just working with smaller numbers. There we go. So again, we're looking at the denominators. I see a 5. I see a 2. I see a 10. I think the last problem we did had those exact same denominators. And we used 10 because they all go into 10. So let's try that out. And remember, this gets multiplied in the numerator. So 10 times negative 8 is negative 80 over 5x. Plus 10 times 1 is 10 over 2. Okay. And 10 times negative 9 is negative 90 over 10. Let's go ahead and divide these out. The fractions will go away. This song was written by Mr. Plant and his best friend Katy Perry. Did you guys know that song? I'm talking to an empty room right now. It's okay. All right. Divide these out. Negative 80 divided by 5 is negative 16x. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And negative 90 divided by 10. Again, shave off a 0 for a 0. Just comes out to negative 9. Look at that. You know we're getting rid of plus 5. You already know this. What's minus 5, huh? Negative 16x equals negative 9 minus 5 more is negative 14. If they're both negative, you just add them together and keep it negative. One more step, we got to divide by the negative 16. I know that negative divided by negative becomes positive. A number that goes into 14 and 16? Yeah! I'm sure you're all just screaming to the screen right now. You're like, 2! Oh my gosh! Cut them in half. Half of 14 is 7. Half of 16 is 8. Look at that. We're doing great. We've got 7 over 8. Speaking of 8, let's do number 8. No! Those numbers are way too large. Those are scary. 12, 4, 8, 2. Again, you can multiply them all together. That's going to be gigantic. Let's see. 4 times 12 times 8 times 2. 768. You can use 768. I also know that these all go into 24. So that's just smaller. I'm going to use 24. 24 times 3 is 72, so 72 over 4 minus 24 times 13, I do not know that. 312 over 12x equals 24 times 5 is 120 over 8x plus 24 times 3 is 72 over 2. Let's clean them up and simplify. 72 divided by 4 is 18 minus 312 divided by 12 is 26. So minus 26x equals 120 divided by 8 is 15x. And then 72 divided by 2, half of 72 is 36. Look at this. This is our first one. We made it. We have x's on both sides of the equal sign. You can get rid of either one of them. We're either going to add it or subtract it. I usually prefer to get rid of the smaller one. So if I'm looking, I have negative 26x or positive 15x. I would get rid of negative 26x, but I'm a rebel. If you want, get rid of the 15x. Does it look like I care? Does it even look like I care? All right, I'm getting rid of negative 26x. I'm going to add 26x to cancel that out. But if you do it on one side, you have to keep the equation balanced. So we're going to add 26x over here as well. We just have 18 on the left side. On the right side, 15x plus 26x. 15 plus 26 is 41x plus 36. Plus 36, we know. Mr. Plant, we know. Minus 36. 18 minus 36, you know it's negative 18. Equals 41x. Wow, this is fun, huh? I think we should divide by 41. So much fun dividing by 41. Now 41 is a prime number. Only has factors of 1 and 41, and that doesn't go into 18. So we're just going to leave it negative 18 over 41. Now I know you're probably getting a little bit sad because we only have 2 more problems to do together. 10 and 12. is number 10. Look at those denominators. 3, 2, 12, 6, 4, 2. Multiply them all together if you'd like. We're not going to do that. Look, 3 goes into 12, so we can kind of ignore the 3. 2 goes into 12, we can ignore the 2. 6 goes into 12. 4 goes... Guys, they all go into 12. We could just use 12. All right. Here we go. Do the whole equation times 12. 12 times 11, that's 132 over 3 minus 12 times 5 is 60 divided by 2, x, minus 12 times 13 is 156 over 12 equals 12 times negative 13 is negative 156 over 6x. Wow, I'm running out of space here. 12 times negative 7 is negative 84, or minus 84, over 4. And then we have plus 12 times 3 is 36 over 2x. Wow! Oh my. We should probably simplify. 132 divided by 3. Oh, it's just 44, no big deal. Minus 60 divided by 2. If you cut 60 in half, it's 30. Minus 30x. 156 divided by 12 is 13. Negative 156 divided by 6 is negative 26x. Minus 84 divided by 4 is 21. We only have one more. 36 divided by 2 is 18. Okay. Man, these get rougher and rougher. Now we got to combine some like terms on the same side. Look at the left side. Here's our only x, the negative 30x. No other x's over there, so we'll just bring it down. But we have some other stuff. We have 44 minus 13. We could do that. 44 minus 13 is just 31. On the right side, as far as the x's go, we have negative 26 and positive 18. Negative 26 plus 18, same as 18 minus 26. It's going to give you negative 8x. And then we just have that minus 21. There we go. We're cleaned up. After you combine like terms, you should only have, at most, 2 things on either side of the equal sign. So now we got to get the x's together. We can get rid of negative 8x by adding 8x, or we can get rid of negative 30x by adding 30x. It doesn't matter. I would get rid of the smaller one because I don't like negative numbers as much. So I'm going to add 30x's to both sides. These cancel. So we have 31 equals 30x minus 8x is 22x minus 21. Fun! Yeah. Add the 21. Good call. 52 equals 22x. And then, yep, divided by 22. Now those are both even numbers, so we could cut them in half. Half of 52 is 26. Half of 22 is 11. Nothing else goes into those two. So we'll just leave it 26 over 11. Look at us, we're having fun. All right, so far we're 5 for 5. Just one more together. And then you'll have to wait to see my face tomorrow. All right, number 12, it's got all the stops, everything. We're going to have to distribute. And we're distributing a fraction? Are you kidding me right now? When you multiply fractions, it's actually the easiest thing you could do with fractions because you just multiply the numerators and you multiply the denominators. So the numerators, we have negative 2 times 2, that's negative 4. Denominators, 3 times 3 is 9. Sick. All right, we're doing it negative times negative. I know that's positive. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. So that's what we get when we just distribute that negative 2/3. I'm going to bring down everything else for a second. plus 11/18 x equals 2/9 minus 5/6 x. Okay. Now again, I see this 2/6. If you want, you can reduce it to 1/3. Let's go ahead and do that. We're cool like that. Now again, we're looking for a denominator that 9, 3, 18, 9, and 6 all go into. And even when that was 6, it would have worked out anyway. They all go into 18. So we're going to clear all these fractions by multiplying the whole equation by 18 in the numerator. 18 times -4 is -72/9. Plus 18 times 1 is 18/3x. 18 times 11, I don't know, 198/18x equals 18 times 2 is 36/9. And then 18 times -5 is -90/6x. All right, I'll give you a second to write that down because I know my muscular physique was probably blocking half the board there. We're going to simplify all these. So -72 divided by 9 is -8. 18 divided by 3 is 6. So -8 plus 6x plus 198 divided by 18 is just 11x equals 36 divided by 9 is 4 minus 90 divided by 6 is 15x. We'll combine our like terms. On the left side, there's a couple x's over there. We have positive 6 and positive 11. 6 plus 11 is 17x. You could write the -8 in front. I'm going to put it at the back there. And then I'll just reorder these. I like putting my x's first, so the -15x would go first. Positive 4 goes at the end. You don't need to do that. Now we got to get the x's on the same side. We can get rid of the 17x by subtracting, or get rid of the -15x by adding. I'm getting rid of the -15x. I'm going to add it. Plus 15x on both sides. We have 32x minus 8 equals 4. I'm going to continue over here because I ran out of space on the board. 32x minus 8 equals 4. All right, what are you thinking? Probably add the 8. 32x equals 12. And then probably should divide by 32. Now, I know there are numbers that go into 12 and 32. They're both even, so I know 2 goes in there, but also 4 goes into both of those. 4 times 3 gives you 30, or gives you 12, so it'd be 3 up top. And then 4 goes into 32 8 times. 4 times 8 is 32. So we have x equals 3/8. Guys, we did 6 problems together. We had fun. Let's not deny that. It was a good time. You got 6 more to do. Try them out. Work together. Be good so I can give you some plant dollars when I get back. See you tomorrow.